Something that teams often overlook, but could easily remedy, and that's just this very simple thing of generating options. Often I've sat in leadership meetings or team meetings and someone presents something and the option literally is, are we going to do it or not? That doesn't lead itself to an expansive conversation, and it often brings group dynamics into play, because if you're the person that, maybe, in the past you've disagreed with a few things, but you see holes in it and the group have got overconfidence bias, it takes a lot for you to actually say that maybe we shouldn't do this, because you're just like being seen as a stick in the mud, or you're not on the bus, or whatever it is that they want to describe you as. And so people censor themselves, and so we just end up with these kind of decisions that should never have even seen the light of day as well. So always look, 3 vendors, 4, 5, whatever it is, to have choice and to explore it, and you can compare like for like as well. And even if you can't be in a choice where you're choosing 3 different vendors to choose from, then at least there's 3 other options you can have, which is the option to expand. So actually to go really big on this decision, really double down or triple down on your current decision at some point. The option to delay, so when we are going to do it but we're just not going to do it now, can also be a really rich conversation that creates. Or the option to just abandon it and to actually explore another avenue. And if you introduce those things, then again, you're really encouraging the team to have a very thought through conversation around that as well.
Yeah. The other technique I read about was just consider the next adjacent possibility. So if you're really struggling to come up with an option, just think what's the thing in the next square across that we could do, just if people need something to help them get going with option generation.
100%. That's a really nice idea. Yeah, simplicity is sometimes key, and I really like that. The option number 2 is work up your options. Work them through. Like what do these actually mean? So rather than just because you're often presenting your idea to generalists or people that don't have expertise in your domain. It's your job to educate them about what this looks like. What are your assumptions? What's the payback? How does this play through? So a really nice tool for this is something called a decision tree. So if you've got option 1 and option 2, on the screen we're just showing you, for a very simple thing, if you're going to take a lease on your office of 12 months or 24 months, and then it's just some very simple calculations that start to work it through so that people can actually see, what is the end sum and what do these 2 different scenarios work out to be as well. That makes so much more informed decision. I sit in a lot of trustee meetings, and trustees have the hardest job in the world. They meet quarterly. They're not experts in the charity. They don't know that much about what's going on, and then they have these decisions come on saying, do we do it or not? And there's very little calculation about it, and that's why often governance is seen as a challenge.